He is the one who makes things go too far. If men and women are patient and hopeful, the most severe misfortune can be turned around and overcome. This waiting is not 100 years. There is a saying in Carlisle that hope draws its nourishment from death itself. The poet says, Eti jivatmanando naram varsha shatadapi. After all the affairs of Lanka are known and settled, all these people mount a flower and hasten towards Ayodhya and join Bharadwaja ashram. He calls Hanuman and goes to Nandagram and tells him not to know whether Bharata is really waiting for him or not. He tells him not to know his appearance, his complexion, his speech, his manners. If there is any sign in his appearance, complexion, speech, or behavior that Bharata is willing to continue as king in Ayodhya, come and tell him. He will not disturb the status quo, he says. That is, if Bharata wants to be king himself, he asks Hanuman to bring the true news of the situation. Rajayathi chet swayam bhavid, is the saying. As soon as the news of Rama's return reaches him, Rama wants to test Bharata's intentions and find out. Just as he had previously brought the happy news to both Rama and Sita, so too Hanuman will bring the happy news of the victorious Rama's return to Bharata. Seeing Bharata's joy as soon as he told him the news, he was overcome with emotion. When he saw the extraordinary love and compassion in the welcome he received, he realized how Bharata had been consumed by grief for his brother. It is seen in Bhartrivya Sanakashitam Papatu Sahasa Harishti. He seemed to fall on the ground with joy. Bharata did not know how to honor him. I will give 1,00,000 cows, 100 villages. I will give 16 kanais to Hanuman, who were born in a good family and adorned, as he said, for bringing him this dear news. Bharata's richness of speech and the joy he saw in him fooled Hanuman and prevented him from fulfilling Rama's order. This is a shame. Hanuman's disobedience to Rama's order must have been to bring Bharata himself to welcome his brother to his hometown. Rama and Sita are seated on the throne. Rama gives a precious pearl necklace to Sita and says, Pradehi subhij haram yasya tushpasi bhamini. Tejo drataryasho dakshyam samatam vineo naya. Parusham vikramo buddhi. Give it to whomever you like, having such qualities. Yasmin etani nijada dadao sa vayu putreya tam haram asite cancer. It is described that the beautiful-eyed Sitadevi gave the necklace to the son of Vayu. These are the true qualities of Hanuman. No one else in that group would have envied such honor. Here we can see how strikingly similar these were to the qualities that Valmiki Narada described when he asked him to describe the greatest of men. Yet Hanuman is humble in essence. When he showed Sita what his strength was, he made his form long and broad and made it shine on her. When asked to describe the strength of Sugriva's army, he said, Madvishastasha tulyasva santi tatra vanaukasar mata pratyavara kaskan nasti Sugriva sandhya. When he himself grew in strength in front of the army of monkeys, he did not appear for self-praise. His work was of such importance that it was to establish the trust of the monkeys and to restore faith and hope in them. According to the report that Hanuman received, he would remain on earth as long as the story of Rama and the fame of Ramayana remain. Ravana. The biggest element in the opposition of the Ramayana story is Ravana. He seems to be older than both Rama and Dasharatha. If we are to believe one of the stories in the Uttarakanda, Anaranya, who was a descendant of Dasharatha, told Ravana, one of my descendants will kill you in the future. In the Puranas or incarnation stories, it is claimed that the birth of Rama was for the purpose of destroying Ravana. It is as if Brahma had previously given a boon to Ravana, that no other class of beings could kill him. Man was not included in that. For this reason, Vishnu was born as a man and Dasharatha's son Rama. This great reason is directly and indirectly active throughout the story. The task of constantly taking Rama out is the demonic plague. Once from Vishwamitra, In later times, when he is wandering in Dandakaranya, the sages in the ashrams and the devotees of other groups seek his help. This work takes him to the Janasthana. Some writers, in order to make this the great reason, elevate the poetry of Manthara to the level of exaltation. Spirituality and symbolism. Be that as it may, when describing the harshness and evil of his mother to Bharadwaja, he says, "Do not be so merciless towards your mother. Because of this exile of Rama, great good will be achieved for the whole world." To look at the story in this way can be like looking at the telescope from the wrong end. What makes people who love literature love is the most human story of 6 strands. That is how Valmiki has crafted it. At no stage of the story does Rama believe that he is God. Neither Lakshmana nor Sita have that feeling. He knows that he is the son of Dasharatha, a Kshatriya, nothing more than that, he says. The words used in comparing Rama's power and heroes are only analogies: Vishtariva, Devakalpa, Vasavopamam, Varanopamam, and so on. There is no such thing as equality. The word, naram, is also important to the poet. In all the cases where comparisons are made to the gods of earlier times in the Arya Devaganas, Indra, Trivikrama, and Varuna are related. The stories about Brahma illuminate a different line. He is the one who has put an end to this whole mess. Ravana does not die at anyone's hands. It is his boon that he will not be destroyed. The causal relationship of the curses becomes the main strategy that achieves the situational success of the story, throughout the story. All the demons whom Rama has to fight and kill are somehow relatives of Ravana. Tataki, Marika, Subahu, Kara, etc. Surpanaki is Ravana's sister. Ravana Kumbhakarna is a part of the story of incarnation. In order to regain the grace of Vishnu, they had to take 3 births as enemies. Ravana Kumbhakarna are the incarnations of Jayavijay. Compared to Ravana, some other authors exalt Ravana. He knows that Rama is the incarnation of Vishnu. Ravana acts on the path of hatred to free himself from the curse placed on him by the Sanakadi Deva rishis. By kidnapping Rama's wife, he commits a great crime against her husband. For that, he will sacrifice his life. That is truly his punishment. By dying in this way, he will rejoin Vishnu. The story of Jayavijay is his assertion. Wasn't Kumbhakarna, who was always busy with food and sleep, a wicked man? That is a different story. The whole of Bharata Kanda was afraid of Ravana at that time. The adventure and the task of killing him became one of Rama's tasks. But he did not know it clearly until he reached Panchavati. The brutal organization with which he carried off Sita and the need to get her back were enough. The story of Ramayana is to include it. The Uttara Kanda especially describes all the wickedness of Ravana. He attacked his brother Kubera and kidnapped his Pushpak. He forced Mandodari to marry him and became the father of Indrajitu. Kumbhakarna was his warlike and fierce brother. He had made Lanka as rich and beautiful as an emperor could make a capital he wanted to build. He had built his palaces on the tops of the mountains. There were impregnable forts around them. The southern sea around them made it difficult for Lanka to cross it. Ravana not only acquired many siddhis through penance but also became a lustful person. He could invoke ghosts and supernatural powers at any moment and make whatever he prayed for come to him. He could forcibly seize whatever he wanted in the form of a demon, and he would abduct any beautiful woman he saw. He is said to have pleased everyone around him. Even those who did not agree with his views and ways were pleased. But everyone lived in fear of him. His army was well organized, well equipped. On only one occasion, he was more than. Is this island modern Sinhala? It has long been a matter of debate.